Welcome to a very special episode of the All About Counter-Strike podcast. We're on episode 78 right now, and we've got Mr. J Legend, JL, professional player, content
bench warmer.
Yeah, go on, bench warmer, streamer.
Professional bench warmer, yes.
Or
YouTuber.
main team seat warmer.
Maybe
warmer.
Drifter? Does that
Not
count?
professional, semi.
Semi-professional drifter. Okay,
Yeah.
There's a lot that you can do. You can seemingly do it all, and you are now going to be standing in for Vitality, which
But
is
you know what
a
I
huge
cannot
one.
do?
What?
Get a team. A permanent one.
But maybe after this. We'll get into all of that though. We've got a lot to discuss. I need to do my normal intro right now. So it is the 5th of August, 2026. It is 3:54 in the afternoon for me, which means it is 4:54 for Devilwalk. And that means it is 5:54 for Mr. Gel over in Lithuania. We are Lithuania, Portugal, and Sweden right now across the world doing this all, making this podcast happen. First of all, JL, thank you very much for agreeing to come talk to us after the big announcement that came out yesterday. And you know, before we get into some of the MOUZ stuff, I just want to ask you this. KRL leaked it. Obviously, he's French, so he must have some insider information from Vitality. You told me like 2 weeks ago. Obviously, I don't leak. I kept things all nice. You know, I'm lips are sealed.
That's why you had the news. That's why you had it.
That's why I have it right. I don't mess around. But then you kind of leaked it yourself on your stream, bro. This was a bit of a mess up, right?
Yes, it frustrated me a little bit. Bro, like mid-stream, I get like 100 messages. Oh my god, Vitality, join Vitality. Oh my god, congrats, you're the GOAT. Yeah. And then I go to HLTV and it says, media, jail to stand in for Vitality. And I thought, oh yes, let's go. It's true, it's official.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And I confirmed it. Yeah. I just said on stream I don't have to hide it anymore. But I had to hide it because it was not official.
I'll give you, normally they put rumor instead of media on the title. So I get the confusion from there. Because like in the Rostermania and season, they're like, rumor, blah, 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 is joining, blah. But media was a little bit, it's a different
Not
title.
an HLTV expert.
Yeah.
Not an expert.
When was the announcement actually supposed to happen? Did they rush it out because of this? Because of the leak?
It was rushed, yes.
Because we were supposed to film this podcast and then release when the announcement was official. So we were going to like record now and release when it was official. Then it would have all been in time. But KRL screwed us all over, and then you partially leaked it as well.
I mean, yeah. To be honest, I don't think my word changed anything. People were already said
KRL
that
was
I'm
already
gonna
out
join
there.
Yeah. People were already said that I'm joining.
So let's get into the last time we saw you, right? Because you stood in for MOUZ for both Astana and CAC. Just tell me, from your perspective, before we get into like the possibility of joining, how did you rate your own performance of that? Because obviously I saw you at CAC, but I didn't. Sorry, I saw you at Astana, but I didn't see you at CAC. And I know in Astana you were still not down, but like you were not happy with what you wanted to show.
You are very correct. I was not happy. I mean, to be honest, I think I had the wrong approach. I really wanted to play well, but being away for such a long time from CS, professional CS, because I played Faceit, I played with friends, I played retakes. I was in form. I had, in the past like 2 months before joining MOUZ, I probably had like, I don't know, like 80 hours past 2 weeks consistently for like 8 weeks. So I was in form. I was shooting well, but I think I just focused on the wrong things. And then some positions I had to take up, they were very new to me.
Yeah.
And I just overthought it a little bit.
But did you really think like it's not a bad performance at CAC? It's not a bad one, you know. You're coming into a new team, you haven't had that much practice. You're in that standing role. You mentioned new roles and new positions that you're not used to. I think posting, you know, like a 106 rating, getting third place, it's not bad.
It's not bad, but the standards are higher. So I mean, I play by my own standards. I don't really look at the community and what they thought about, but it's more about I knew I could have performed better, and I was ramping up into the performance that I was expecting of myself, but then we lost to Falcons. Some unfortunate rounds and whatever. I feel like we could have even won the whole tournament, but yeah, I just stepped up a little bit too late. I mean, nothing would have changed, but I felt like if I had more time, I would for sure the next tournament would have been like a 110 plus, maybe the next one 115. I mean, I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself, but I for sure had way more in me than I showed.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But obviously you had a very short amount of time to be able to show it there. And when I last spoke to you about this situation, it did seem like you were quite interested in joining MOUZ as well, right? And when I spoke to Cyclone, he was like, this is the kind of player we need. So for me, I was thinking like, this is for sure going to happen. Like, I didn't even ask you. I didn't ask you about it, right? So I didn't have information. I just said on the podcast when this was all going down the rumor mill that like, I was pretty confident we would see JL join MOUZ. So what's the truth? What actually happened? What went down that stopped that from happening?
The truth is harsh,
okay.
Which I'll keep to myself. I mean, it's not harsh towards me. It's just the sort of truth you don't say out loud. But some things mismatched. We didn't agree on a couple of things, and so the team wanted me there, and I wanted to be there. But it's just, you know, when you get into the details, you go into the contract type of things. It's sometimes you just cannot get your way, but with both parties. So unfortunate.
And then did you have any other offers from other teams that were worth looking at? You know, because there was plenty of rumors that were associated with your name. But to be honest, yesterday we saw a rumor where, I don't know who it was, but supposedly he's a leaker. He was like, yeah, JL's going to 100 Thieves. And I was like, well, I know that's definitely not happening. Like, where is this just been plucked out the sky from? So are you able to tell us some of the true potential there could have been for you to go somewhere this season?
I really don't want to talk about those things because it's not just about me. It's also about the players who are going to get replaced. So I don't want to go into the details of organizations, teams.
Yeah.
But for sure, I didn't have offers like at the level of Vitality or Falcons.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get into the details.
All right. I understand you want to keep that close.
Or were there teams that you potentially could see yourself playing, even if it wasn't like a Falcons and Vitality?
Yes, for sure. 2 teams out of the top 10. And
okay.
Yeah, but it's not like I didn't trust or believe in them. It's just I didn't see myself in that team, if you know what I mean.
Like not the right fit for you.
Not the right fit, and also it's not a trophy contender. I know you might say I'm a little bit, oh my god, he's too egoistic. He wants to compete for trophies, but that's what I've always looked at CS, and when I've played CS, I just thought about the trophy, and I want to have like minds, like people who think alike and they want to play for the trophy. Like no matter if you're top 10, 15, if your goal is the trophy, you'll put in the maximum amount of effort into improving, into playing. And with some players that I saw in the teams, they were, what's the word? Could complacent be a word? They were fine with where they're at that moment. It felt like if you play good, you'll win the trophy. If you don't play good, you're not going to win the trophy, which is very obvious, but I don't like the mindset, so I just didn't see myself in that setting.
And I actually have a kind of a random question, but it's like, you know, when you're looking at teams, you obviously look at the players you're going to play with, what kind of synergy, what roles, how it's going to fit. How much do you as a player think about coaches and what kind of perspective they would be able to give you in joining a potential team?
To be honest, not so much. I know a coach is important, 100%, but I feel like it's at the end of the day, it's the 5 players who have to make the decision to compete for trophies. They want to have to win together, improve together, and a coach is only gonna boost that. Or I mean, in some cases, might even deter them from winning because he's putting them on the wrong path. But at first, you need to have the players, and then and then you look at the coach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so like what you're saying about aiming for trophies, right, and what you want to be competitive. Could you see then a team that maybe isn't so high ranked, but it's got the right pieces of players you believe in, that could be a team you could join in the future? Because if I say, I know NAVI is an organization always aiming at trophies, so say back when you first joined them, but if you looked at that first NAVI you joined, even the one that went on to win the major, right, that was an unexpected team to be straight lifting trophies, but you obviously saw something of potential in that, right, as to why you joined. Would you be up for another project like that again, where you can see, okay, this is the right people, this is the right players, I can see where I'm going? Or is your mindset, I need a team within the top 10 or the top 12 or something like that?
No. I mean, of course, I'd see myself in that team. But it's really hard to find because when you're a pro player, you kind of know everyone. You know how people act. You know how people play. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, the answer is for sure, definitely yes. I could see myself in a team, and I was thinking, I feel like the core of me, Jugs, and Ryu could actually be a good core to win tournaments.
Yeah.
I know it sounds very impossible and very unlikely. I mean, certainly not happening within the next year or two, but it is a trophy. It is a team that could strive for trophies, could play for them. Of course, we did an Opera and an IGL, which then creates a little bit of a role clash. But I feel like we could sacrifice someone a little bit, or sacrifice each player a little bit, so we could perform better as a team. But yeah,
I like how you're building like the Lithuanian dream team right now.
Yeah.
We never had a Lithuanian core on a tier 1 professional team. Would be very interesting.
Just those names you mentioned, like Ryu, we've seen the highs of what he could do on Astralis. Jugs is beasting, right, for sure. And you, we don't need to say anything about. We know what you're going to deliver at your best. So that could be kind of cooking. Good luck for someone trying to buy out these players though right now and put that in. At least you don't have a buyout. Yeah. So you're free right now as well. Yes, you're completely free. How much do you feel when you were going through the Navi time that it hindered you, that you needed to be bought out? Because obviously you took a...
It did.
It didn't? Oh, it did?
It did. 100% did. I would have been back last winter, but there was a buyout and people are not willing to do buyouts anymore. They're not willing to invest more cash money into players. Yeah. So that was unfortunate. I didn't join. Then, yeah, we just left it at that.
Did you have a set buyout that kind of hindered you? That was kind of high, or was it a free negotiation kind of thing?
Free negotiation, but they were not willing to go lower.
Yeah.
So it was set for them, but it was not set for me. So unfortunate.
That's painful. That is painful. Do you feel like in the current esports winter we're in right now, for a lot of players, it's almost better to negotiate some shorter contracts unless it's some really big, huge deal?
I always but I always thought about shorter contracts being a little bit better. But for example, think of a tier 1 org like Vitality, and they sign a player for a year. Yes, they can play one major, but the second major, his contract is going to end right after or just before that major. So you either have to enter negotiations after the first major or just bench him because maybe his contract doesn't make it in time for the second major, which is very dumb. Yeah. So
it's tough.
It's tough for a 1 year contract. 2, very doable, but I think 3 is the standard now.
And then looking at where we're at right now, so before Vitality, you had some offers, we couldn't make it work. It wasn't suitable for you. Did you just expect to play out the rest of this season as chilling, some some content, and hope that another offer would come along that's more suiting? Or like, how were you playing it before the Vitality thing came together? Like, what was your way of hopefully getting picked up by an organization?
I mean, I always did my homework. I always stayed in form, stayed in shape. Even though I took a break, I said to myself, before I even fully retire, I'm going to stay in shape, I'm going to stay in form in case a team wants to pick me up or in case I want to come back. So I kept ready, but it is what it is. Didn't manage to find a team. But I'm super happy to get to stand in for Vitality. Finally play with the players I've been looking up to the most.
It's a crazy one.
Yeah, I mean, just before the Vitality, I was thinking to go 100% into content. Of course, keeping my form because I'm a professional player. My content would revolve around being a professional player. But I still haven't went 100% into the content.
Yeah, but you've also been enjoying your life a bit more as well, right? I know that was an important factor, right? So obviously, I was there at your wedding. You got married. You had that time. You were doing the drifting. You were getting back more into fitness and health. But where is your mind at right now? Do you want to be a professional player? Because even just now, just what you answered before, you were saying maybe you're going to go full-time content. We know you could do it, full-time streaming content.
Imagine I don't get a...
He's thinking of a season, right? Like, go full-time content because he doesn't have a team right now, and then he'll see... Because he's prepping,
I mean, I don't have many options.
Doing stuff.
I don't have many options. If I don't have a team, what am I supposed to do? Just chill 6 months on the couch? No, I'm still going to do something. I'm going to stay in shape, stay in form.
Yeah.
but also invest myself into content, into creating beautiful pieces of content, which I really wanted to get into. But now that we have Vitality, we're practicing, we're not thinking about it. But I'd much rather be a professional player.
Good, okay.
For now, than a content creator. I love content; it's my passion. But my life is CS.
How much have you ever gotten to the point, right, during this period where you've been standing in and not kind of getting that permanent deal that you want with a team to grow and compete for trophies? Has there ever been like the worry that, okay, I've been gone for too long, panicking, like what is happening? Am I gone from the game for too long and maybe people are, because in esports, people forget players really, really quickly and how good they are, how much potential they have. Has that ever been a worry in your mind during this kind of, I guess, disruptive period of your career?
Well, first of all, I tried not to panic. There's no reason to panic. There's not much you can change about it. Of course, there was always a chance to join tier 2, tier 3 to grind your way back up. But I feel like people who work with me and who know me know that what I'm capable of as a player, and what is my work routine, how I work with players. And I feel like it's a little bit unfortunate I left to break with the economy being this way, where there's not enough people willing to pay buyouts, and teams like Falcons are doing really good, teams like Vitality are doing really good, and Fury are also doing really good. I mean, at that time when I took a break. So it was an unfortunate timing, because I feel like if at the start of CS2 I was the player that I am now and I would take a break, I'd probably find myself a good team, or like a top 5 team pretty quickly, because a lot of people are making roster changes. And but still, if I'm not getting picked up by a team, you can call it unfortunate, or you could just call it you're not good enough. So not much you can do there.
I'm looking at that, right? You're going to have this time on Vitality, so let's start getting into that. How did this come about? Because obviously, I know you're on Prodigy. There's a few Prodigy players, and it's obviously the French connection as well. But you said on your announcement video, it's only like a short 4-minute one, right, that you did on your YouTube. We'll link down below to JL's YouTube on that one. But you said, like, you'll be stepping in. It was a bit of a conversation going on around. They were surprised that you were actually still available and free. So who was it that said they wanted you? Was it Apex? Was it the team themselves? Was it Extaz?
Collectively, they wanted me as a player. And it's funny, today I was practicing with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if I say it, but never mind, I'm not going to say it.
You can't do that. Come on.
All right, somebody said when Dan was gone, we were doing some practices. I was standing in for Apex. And somebody said, I don't remember who, he said, Dan usually hates other players. Not hates, but he doesn't like them. But with you, he said, you're always smiling. He's a good player. He's a good dude. And I was one of the players he did not like, or like he liked. So I thought it was a little bit fun. And it was a collective decision for them to go for me. And I'm standing for 2 tournaments, not just one. So it means they value me. But of course, who could stand in a little bit better than me from the free agents and the bench players? I don't think there's a better player. Not
that's
to
fair.
Not to kiss my own ass, but
no, but you know that's fair. But you're also in quite a unique situation with the stand-in, because you're not only filling in for 2 tournaments, you're filling in 2 different roles or 2 different players, or being obviously being available for the birth of their children. So how is that in practice? Like you're looking at a certain specific player, trying to emulate a role or find your way within their role. Like, how does that work, and how maybe hard is it to be focused on maybe 2 separate missions at the same time?
Well, I've been watching practice for the past 4 days now. 4 days. And first of all, I would just want to make this clear. I do not want to replicate mezii or Apex. I want to fill their shoes in a way that fits me and the team. And of course, there are some core roles that I'm responsible for, like mezii, smoking, flashing, all that stuff. This is a key element of Vitality's gameplay, and I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to learn on the util. I'm going to speak to Will. I'm going to ask what's the idea behind this? Why does he do it? When does he need to do it? And I'm going to keep those things, but of course, mid-round, late game, I'm going to be my own player, even early game. So I'm trying to focus on that, and then, yeah, I'm not going to be the caller, first of all. When Vitality contacted me, I said, they said, we need a replacement for mezii. I said, easy. And they said also Apex. And I said, no chance I'm going to be the caller. Rule number 1, no chance. And yeah, I'd probably, if they said I'd have to be the caller, I'd probably decline. There's too much pressure. And I've never called him.
Who's going to call when Apex is...
Mr. William. The two
William,
times.
Okay, yeah.
We predicted that. That made sense.
Makes sense.
His English is quite good, to be honest, so it probably makes sense for him.
Decent.
English. It's still a Brummie accent. It's not full English, but we'll give him, a bit of it.
His accent is not so British anymore. He speaks
more French or what?
No, it's more understandable for Europeans.
Okay. Yeah, he's working on it. That's good. That is positive. Okay, so you're obviously going to be filling in across 2 tournaments straight away. You said you've been watching some practice.
Yeah.
How many games have you actually played right now? 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Who did you play against? How did that game go?
I'm not going to say who I played against. Rules of practice. Don't leak who we're playing against.
Honor codes.
Yes, maybe we're playing their permaban. Who knows? But we played against a team today. Yes, on Inferno. Not a secret. And yeah, I did a little bit of top fragging.
Top fragging?
Yeah.
You try harder in practice? Showing your skills?
Of course. Not try harder. I to be honest, I try to enjoy and finish the vibe. Because in MOUZ, I feel like I try harder a little bit too much. I was focusing, oh my god, what does Yimi do here? No, the question is, what does Jail do here? And I feel like me and flameZ, we played together on both sides. We had such a vibe. Like, we both have ideas. We're both trying to execute them, and we support them really well. Because if I'm going first, he's supporting me. And if he's going first, I'm supporting him. And the fact that I was a banana player, because he's the main banana player now.
Yeah.
I knew what to throw and when to throw. So it felt so good. Imagine you have a good banana player, but now you have 2 good banana players. You don't even have to tell him what to do, bro.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's like natural
Molly
reactions.
sandbags. Yeah, Molly sandbags. It's already mollied. You can go pee. You know? Like, this is the type of synergy we were talking about. Fuck, I missed the game so much. It gave me so much joy to play the game today with Vitality.
Yeah.
To be honest, I just want to click my fingers. EWC is over. I come into Blast Open.
How hype is it to sit the whole day and just watch and then finally I'm getting in on the
It is a lot of hype, but I've been enjoying watching them. I feel like it's slowly... still, I haven't played for a couple of months now since MOUZ. And I feel like some sort of rust still developed. Yeah. Now, by just watching them, I kind of understand what team there are, what their focus points are. And without the watching part, I feel like it would be a little bit tough to instantly sub in, because after EWC is straight to Blast Open, if everything goes well for Mr. William. And yeah, I get to know them, I get to talk to them. Sometimes you meet like Cristiano Ronaldo and you're a little bit nervous. Okay, not a little, you're nervous. That's what I felt when I joined the TeamSpeak first time. And yeah, it feels very good to talk to them first before actually meeting them.
I have to ask.
Yeah?
I have to ask about, your impressions of what makes Vitality special. You're inside the server, you're in practice. What are the key elements that for you makes Vitality a special team?
Team chemistry, that's number 1. They've always had very good chemistry between each other. Trust, respect between each other. And also just the way they understand the game and understand what has to be moved and what doesn't have to be moved. To be honest, in tier 1, I feel like it's a big norm. It should be like the standard. Def comms, and I mean, when dead players are watching over the game, they say, oh, you don't have this, you don't have that, and you should be doing this, or you should be doing that. And they're really good on that part. And yes, just understanding of the game. Not too much and not too little, just perfect, and the way CS is supposed to be played. So I have no surprise why they had such a massive era and a massive streak of tournament wins. And yeah, they still got it.
How much of like the strats and stuff have they just given you, maybe homework to do, things to read? Like, how much are you trying to just soak in so much information to be ready to go?
Everything. I try to be there on the theory, on the discussions, on practices. It's not even for them. It's not even a requirement because I want to come in and win. And I don't want to be the weakling of the team. I know it's just a stand-in and there's not much of expectations from me. But I put a lot of expectations on me to be a good teammate, to be a part of Vitality. Even though we're not going to have a lot of practice before Blast Open, we can 100% win the tournament because we're gonna play a lot of games. It's group stage. We go to Copenhagen. Then when we go to from Copenhagen, we go to Porto. We can have a little bit of a boot camp, a couple of days of practice, and I just want to come in sharp. I know what I want to know what we're doing on the server and how can I just help them and be a part of the team.
And in terms of that, right, and how you want to be part of that team, are you also going to be maybe going to Paris to just be there?
No.
Like to see it all?
Mr. Co-streamer over here.
So you'll co-stream, obviously watch the games, but then are you also going to, if they're doing some practice between EWC, are you going to watch that?
Between EWC? Be involved in them?
Yeah, like during EWC?
Yeah, of course I'll join. Yeah, of course I'll join.
Okay.
100%.
So you'll schedule around that. And then you literally just turn up in Denmark for Blast.
Yeah.
And then you'll be actually fully in and doing your thing, replacing mezii for the beginning part.
Yep.
Do you think that helps you a lot? Actually, the first one is you're replacing mezii. Do you think that's better for you than say if it was Apex going first and that might have been harder? Not because you're not IGLing, but because obviously you get to just listen to Apex call it all and go through that at the beginning.
Yes and no. I feel like if we, for example, I stood in for Apex first, I feel like it's a lot easier because the calls are not so set, if you know what I mean. Because if mezii calls, he's not going to go, let's go Fnatic into NAVI into Gambit, you know? It's more of a freestyle call. He's going to let the players play. I mean, at least in my opinion. Because if you're not the main in-game leader, your calls are not going to be in-game leader-ish. You're calling as a player who is in positions to hear. You're listening to your players more. And so, yes and no. I feel like both are fine, to be honest. I don't care.
And we've also got the situation at the moment where people are saying, okay, the Vitality era is over just because you're standing in. It's not maybe a reflection of you as a player, but they won't be a title contender. But what you're saying and what I'm hearing from you, it sounds like you still want to be that title contender and have a chance to be able to win these events. But how do you judge if that's a realistic thing with so little practice and all this going into? What's the point where you'll understand how far you might be able to go?
I mean, the caliber of players, for sure. I mean, first of all, whenever you have a Zyvo, if he has a good tournament, that you're a title contender over there. And also, I don't come in here not playing CS for a year. And I know mezii is a very solid anchor. And but I've also played anchor positions with a few teams now. And I just feel like I can be a good replacement. Of course, he has his strengths, and I have my own strengths. And I just feel like everything is possible if you just put in the right amount of work and the right amount of belief. Maybe some sort of delusion, but that's how winners are born, delusion.
No, but I mean, I agree, obviously, that no matter who in the Vitality lineup you would pick and replace at any certain time, they are still those caliber of players. They have it in them. They can produce trophies, and it's greatly over kind of communicated or spoken about that Vitality's era is all of a sudden over just because two of the players are having kids. You know, that's it's nonsense. They don't just get a baby and lose the way to communicate in game. They don't get a baby and all of a sudden they land spray every single time. Like, that's not how it works.
mezii got a buff last time. mezii got a buff after becoming a dad, you know, in his first kid, and actually mezii got stronger. He was like, okay, more bills, gotta win, gotta pull in that money.
Now I get it that people are like, oh yeah, but they didn't do so well at the major because they lost to Falcons in the quarters, right? And
lost to the champions, by the way.
Yeah, they lost to the champions, and it was a close game. But people are probably more looking at the quarters exit rather than what actually transpired in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the community is just like they're riding some negative journalism wave or something like that.
That has been part of the internet for a very long time now, and people would just cling on to any negative thought that they have and want to express it into public. Like,
I think it's bullshit.
It is full bullshit. It is full bullshit.
We spoke about this the other day, though, like how negative everything is. Like these Twitter accounts that now, for example, are getting paid to tweet. But they're getting paid to tweet, right? So they make money from Twitter, then they also make money from like a badge thing that's on there with some company. And negativity gets more likes, more controversy, more things like this, right? And sometimes that's aimed at players, talent, organizations, whatever, just to bring people down.
Like, take Kicksun as an example. Joins Aurora, practices like 4 days, goes into an official with a completely different team, and all of a sudden he's shit. You know, he's trash. Like what's even going on? I think it's just like,
if I don't get a 1.3 rating on my first official, just check HLTV comments. Just try checking them. The first time I do a whiff, check the Twitch chat.
You should have like a, I don't know, disable all social media button ready.
To be honest, I don't really mind. Yes, I've had periods where I was influenced by social media a lot, but then I realized, why would I listen to some idiot who has nothing going for in his life, and his main focus is shitting on people? And it's not just me he shits on. You can go onto his profile and see who he shit on. He shits on players like Zaivu, Nico, Monesi, and like, I shouldn't even be in this topic, and I'm getting shit on. And like, okay, it's whatever. Like, when you have a lot of fans, you're also gonna have a lot of haters. And to be honest, I have no idea how Zaivu can have haters. He has never expressed himself in a way where he could have get any haters, but he still have massive crowds of haters. And it just shows that people they just want to hate whatever they want to hate. People who have no aura. They want to hate people who have who don't show personality, who show personality, who play good, who play bad, who are enjoying the game. And everyone is gonna get hate, and that's why you shouldn't ever look into it with a serious mind. Yes, you can read
but
them
it is difficult, right? It's not easy.
It's, sometimes when you're having a bad day, that's probably the worst day to go on HLTV. You're never gonna get your Never gonna get your mood raised. But I feel like any sort of public opinion should not change how you act, how you treat yourself, how you treat others. If you're a good person, you don't wish negative on anyone. No public opinion should change who you are, no matter it's negative or positive. If you're a good player and you read all of those positive messages, this can also go into your head.
Yeah.
And you should always trust yourself and the people around you with the opinion. If you cannot trust yourself to have logical explanations to your actions or to the way you're portraying yourself to other people, listen to the people around you. Listen to the people who you love, and listen to the people who care about you. And you're gonna have a great life. And this goes all to the pros who've been affected by hate or whatever. I just wanted to speak out a little bit.
No, I agree with you, because it's like there are so many stupid conversations people have around these things, and the way I look at it is like, say if you're a player, you're going to look at your other teammates, what they say about you, or what the organization and coaches say about you, right? That's valuable feedback or whatever.
Yeah.
For my job, how many fans who don't even watch the interviews or care to look at any podcast or content, and they say, all Banks does ask us how do they feel, but that's not even a topic of conversation in my interviews. And
it still hits you a little bit, though. It
pisses me off that people aren't listening, right? It still gets you. But you know what I think the smartest thing I did in recent time was, they can all have that opinion. They're either stupid or jealous. But guess what? If the people hiring you or the people you're working with are getting what they need, then your job's done. That's it.
Exactly.
You know? That's
exactly.
it. That's what matters at the end of it all. And I feel like for you in Vitality, then, to turn this, what we're talking about, all this negativity, what is the positive for you in joining Vitality? The experience, the potential to lift trophies again? Is it another springboard for people to see, oh damn, JL's competing at this level? And is there some maybe internal pressure you're going to have on yourself because of this opportunity that has arisen across two events?
To be honest, I'm a veteran stand-in now, so there's no pressure being a stand-in. And even if we win trophies, of course, the goal is to win trophies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be 100%. I won't feel like I did deserve the trophy unless I drop a crazy game or a crazy tournament, because it's the foundation of Vitality that we're gonna stick to. I'm a replacement, and I'm not a part of Vitality, so 100% of the win will never go to me, regardless of the situation. And yes,
I mean, I feel like you're in a win-win situation no matter what.
Yes.
Like you get to experience some of the things. I'm sure you're learning stuff when you're in this Vitality practice. Not only that, it's something that you can bring to, your next project. You have insights that other people will never ever experience in their life through this experience that you can bring with you throughout your career, and actually have like certain examples that you can just tell people. This is what happened. This is how they solved these issues. This is how they dealt with X, Y, and Z. And I think that's like invaluable experience. And I think it will make you, no matter how good of a player you are, even more attractive in the market to come.
it's true, 100%. That's my win. It's not the trophy that will get me the most attention or the need for other organizations to have me. It's more of the experience I bring, and also the way I'll show myself around Vitality, because I want to be part of the team, but of course I'm not going to be take the credit for winning a trophy if we do. And so it is a win-win for me, because I always wanted to play with Zybu, Robs, flameZ, mezii, Apex. It doesn't matter. These are all legendary players in my eyes, at least. Some people will
100%.
not agree. Some people will just say it's a Zybu show. You're a dickhead for thinking that. And I'm very happy to be here. It's been, to be honest, a long dream to play for Vitality. I never thought it's going to be possible. Even Vitality uploaded the reel. I'm not sure if you saw it, but there is a clip of me saying I'll never become a member of Vitality, which technically I'm not a member of Vitality, but I still get to play with the players. And I get to play with all of them, by the way. This is the privilege. I get to play with all of them. All of 5 players.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, what's this reel? Is it on Insta?
Yes, it's the realest clip you'll ever see. I
Where-
shared it. You can go
Did
to
you
my
share it?
profile.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Easy.
I beat Vitality in a Faceit game. It was very funny because that was the only time I beat them ever. If you can beat them, join them. You know what I mean? This is never gonna happen.
If you can't beat them, join them. It's never going to happen. That was pretty good. That is pretty good. So the 2 events you're standing in for, right? Porto and then PGL Master PGL Masters Bucharest. I'll get it right. But then there's some events in between. So they're at Star Series, they're at EPL as well.
Yeah.
What are you doing during that part? Are you going to still be
Streaming, co-streaming, playing,
streaming,
getting
coaching,
in
but
form.
you're still
But
going to also be watching them practice a
Yeah,
bit?
of
and
course, of
everything
course,
else?
of course. That's my responsibility I took when I signed the contract to be as good of a standard as I can be. And it's not even to suck the org. Sorry, that was a little bit not PG. It's not to be kind to the org. It's just that whenever I am responsible to other people, I want to do the job as well as I can. And by watching them, it's gonna make me a better player, and it's gonna be a better stand-in for them. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Awesome. Okay, so you've got a good plan of what's happening, mixed in with the
Yes.
co-streaming. Co-streaming is going to be watching some of the tournament games, right?
Of course, Vitality
What-
games. Yes, I got a Vitality jersey. Yeah.
Let's go. But are you going to co-stream other games as well, or just
Maybe.
the
I feel
Vitality
like
ones?
Co-streaming other games. Maybe I'll do NAVI games as well.
Yep.
Gotta hate watch a little bit. I feel like co-streaming in and of itself is not as productive as streamers might think.
Yeah.
Yes, you get a lot of viewers, but if you want to create meaningful pieces of content, it's just not gonna help.
Yep.
Like you're wasting 10 hours, not wasting, but you're using 10 hours of your time, productive time, to co-stream a game. Non-productive.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. And tell me this then. What is the JL schedule looking like to be informed? Like, I see you're streaming some FACEIT, but obviously you can't be at your best on FACEIT when you're talking to chat sometimes, reacting to people, right? So do you also have...
You could check my... I'm 1.41 average on FACEIT right now.
Yeah.
Donk is 1.5.
Okay, it's very good.
I'm just saying.
I'm
actually really good right now.
I heard you say on stream just yesterday to your teammates, sorry guys, I wasn't here for the first 16 seconds. I was talking to chat.
Yeah, what can I do, bro? I'm a content creator.
No, but that's what I mean. I'm saying, do you also then like have a practice schedule, say some FACEIT not on stream, some...
No. FACEIT is never going to be good practice. FACEIT is just there to help you mechanically. I just don't want to DM for 6 hours a day, so I'll play FACEIT for 8 hours a day. You know, FACEIT is very good. I enjoy playing FACEIT, but it only keeps you in shape, in mechanical form.
Yeah.
The learning comes from watching Skybox. The learning comes from watching your team play. The learning comes from being on the server late at night, running around the map, thinking of delusional situations that can happen. You're thinking about all of these possibilities. And that's when the learning comes. But I still have a lot of time in my day. Okay, not now. To be honest, the past week has been a little bit hectic. I've been working like 14 hours a day, but doesn't matter. Life is not meant to be chilled. I had my fair share of chilling. I had my time off. I experienced a lot of things that I haven't experienced previously. But I realized that working towards a big goal is what keeps me alive and what keeps my heart pumping. So that's what I'm trying to do.
And that big goal is more trophies.
It would be nice to be on a team to do that goal, because I gotta make up goals right now. But it's better than nothing, for sure.
So okay, we get to the end of this season. You're watching or co-streaming Singapore Major. What is the goal for you? Like, don't tell me just join a team. Don't name teams, because I know you won't do that. But you want to join a top X team. You want to be in this situation soon, starting the season and getting ready. Like, what does that look like for you?
I mean, in the best case scenario, I can join a team and then just grind away to put my head down, still do content as passion. Because when I was playing pro and I was not doing content, it was very lonely. But when I started doing content, some streaming, some YouTube videos, I'm like, this is the way life's supposed to be lived. I have a job, but not like a job, like a passion. But the passion slowly becomes a job. It becomes work. And then you get another passion. And those two things coincide within each other. And then I was living my best life. My best life was when I was a pro and I was creating content. Yes, my content would shift now. If I'd have a team, the content would shift. I'd probably go into a little bit of a more of an educational content, because then I would have like grounds, or what's the word? It would not be a content creator making education videos. It would be a professional player that does content that is making education videos. Because right now, I feel like I've lost a lot of credibility on the way people portray me as a pro player. But
why do you think that is?
Because I haven't been active.
But that doesn't.
But that's
take
my
away.
opinion. No, it doesn't take away. It doesn't, for sure not. But I feel like a little bit of a fraud myself. If I would do those type of videos, maybe I would feel like a little bit of a fraud myself. But I see people lower than my elo having a successful career in teaching others how to play, and it's not top tier knowledge, but it is working, because I can give top tier knowledge to my teammate or somebody a tier below me, but my top tier knowledge would not sit well inside a Silver's head or a Gold Nova's head or someone who has level 4 and FACEIT. It would just, you would not understand what I'm saying, so I'd have to tone it down a bit. And I don't know, it's just a little mess in my head regarding that, so that's why I haven't moved into it yet. But I feel like
what you said there.
Say it.
No, but I get what you're saying. It's like, you know, you get on coaching people, and some things that when you're in like pro play are so fundamental that you forget they exist. You don't think about them, they're just ingrained in you, and that's most of that is what people need to grow. And you're on another kind of altitude, talking about details when all of these foundations are set, when all of this knowledge has been ingrained
Second
into
nature.
you. Yeah, it is. But it sometimes when I think about it, it's like, oh, I play FaceIt, and you know, I haven't been an active pro for ages, you know, ages.
Few months.
But it's still things that are ingrained to me that I think almost everyone knows this, right? This is how I think, but they don't. It's not ingrained in everyone, and sometimes you have to remind yourself of that.
Yeah, but it's the same way you got slack, right, when you were hired for Budapest Major as an analyst. And yet, if you compare it to, okay, yeah, you might have not worked as many big events, but your ELO and your game knowledge is higher than basically everyone who's an analyst except probably Stico. Yeah? Like, your ability to watch a game and know it and see it all, like, they can't take that away from you. And probably the same people talking shit, it's just they weren't even watching when you won majors or did something there. So there's this very bad, like from what JL was saying there, right, about people not giving him credit, you can't take away what he's done. And it was very recent. Mm-hmm. Like, it's still only a year and a half ago, right? A year ago. Oh,
it is unfortunate in the public's eye, a very, very long time in esports.
A very long time. 2 years, holy shit, I'm an unk.
The last, yeah.
To be honest, I don't think I've hit my best days yet.
Are, like weirdly enough. You're still young,
like,
but...
To be honest, I feel like... Oh, this is going to be a hot one. Very hot. To be honest, I don't think your age correlates to your performance in game. What correlates to your... Correlates? Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. What correlates is when you started. So, for example, a player like Donk, who started at 16, I feel like he's going to start dropping off at 26. But a player who started, for example, when he was 22, he'd start dropping up at 32. If you know what I mean. Like 10 years of actual god-tier performance. And then it would start dropping off. Because you see so much of the game. You see so much of change. And then your body just cannot adapt to the change as fast as you once could. I don't think it's a reaction thing. Because, like... if you take a player like Apex, for example, he's been a player for God knows how many years. But his reaction is not worse than an average pro, so to say. It's just that he's been through so much. I feel like that's why his performance is not as good as it once was, if you know what I mean. It's a hard topic, just my thoughts.
I get what you're saying. I mean, in some areas, I'm thinking like directly about AWPers when you talk about that, especially shifting from CSGO to CS2. Some people could not adapt, and some people still haven't adapted to what's needed in the movement. It's the same as, you know, like when I played, AD spraying was a thing for a long time.
It still is, by the way.
Where you only do that. That's the only thing you did. It was the best thing. Your spray control was amazing if you timed it right. And then you moved away from that because it wasn't viable anymore. And now, you know, it's back, but it's hard to constantly go back and forth and making sure that you're always doing it in every duel. It feels forced at some point. You have to relearn your habits, and it's really difficult to do that over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's the way it moves. That is the way it moves across it.
Yeah.
So we know what the goals are for you, JL. We understand what's happening inside of this Vitality journey for you. We got a bit of a view on the MOUZ situation as well.
Yes.
So let's get to our Q&A. Unless you've got anything else, DW.
No, I think let's move on so that Mr. JL can say hello to his stream.
Yeah.
DW is short for Devilwalk, by the way, if you didn't understand.
It's not
because I can't be saying Devilwalk every single time. It's too much. It's way too much. All right. So the first question comes from Corvish, and he says, "How do I achieve even 2% of your aura, JL?"
I wouldn't say I have aura, just because I'm very expressive.
Make a YouTube video. We have to explain this.
How to make aura. I don't know. I feel like aura... I don't know. Aura just comes from expressivity and achievements, I guess. Just because I'm an expressive person, people give me the aura title, but I don't know. To be honest, I don't really care about aura. I truly don't. I just care how a person is, and that's it. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I get a reason why he's asking it, because you do have that persona. I'm not going to call it aura. I'm going to call it more charisma to the cameras, to how you talk, to how you do these things, right? And that's probably what a lot of people, I think, just because it's not my question, but to answer it would be, if people are worried about aura, ignore the word aura because it's just some like meme term for now, but focus on your charisma and your speaking skills in public.
Speaking skills, I got so much better at speaking in public. Holy shit, this desk humbled me. I had weeks where I thought about it. I'm not even kidding. This got so far in my head. Yes.
You mean Krakow?
This desk Krakow, yes.
But okay, wait a second. I wasn't going to bring this up, but now you've said it. Don't you think you were set up to fail in that situation?
Yes, but it doesn't matter. The responsibility is on me. I should have been better. And it's plain and simple. Yes, the situation, the circumstances were not the best.
But isn't it like the first desk segment you ever do? Just like, be yourself. Just
that's what I would say to myself now. But learning from other people. Mm-hmm. No, learning from your own mistakes is smart. But learning from other people is wise. And I'm a smart person. I'm not that wise yet. So, but we learn.
But were you, like, what kind of hints or tips were you given during that ESL desk? Was it just literally, be yourself? Because if that was the case, that's not great. That is setting you up to fail.
I won't get into the details. I'm not. If I got set up, I'm not setting anyone up. Okay, I'll take the L. You know what I mean?
Mr. Kali had a question. What made you motivated to get back into CS after taking this extended break?
To be honest, I didn't take a break. I kept playing CS. Even though I take a break, I kept playing. I think there was only a period of 2 weeks where I didn't play CS at all, and that was when I took the break. I went on vacation with my wife. We took a wedding. That's the only period where I didn't play CS. And I didn't take a break from CS. I took a break from pro play. And those are two very different things. And because I still love the game. But does the game love me, though? We'll find out later.
Hey, from you telling us your Faceit rating, so far so good. Your first practice game when you actually played, so far so good. So maybe it still does. Maybe it still does.
Maybe.
Next one comes from Jaffa Casts, and he says, first question, Jael, how would you summarize your time at NAVI, and was there any problems that may have prompted you to leave the squad?
Oh, you're finished. I thought there's gonna be something
else. Part to it.
He had a second part, but I'm not going to give you. I'll just let you answer.
He paused at the second.
To be honest, I feel like my time off Navi was. It hasn't been long. There are some things you only find out years after leaving a team. I mean, the public finds out, and I'll probably do an extended interview somewhere down the line in 5 years. But right now, with you, and. I'm just not ready to speak about the problems we had, the reasons before I left, and it was my own decision, and what's the word? We'll keep it at that.
And then his second question was, what is the future looking like for you? Are you planning to straight dive into Tier 1 or work yourself back up from Tier 2? Is there any teams you're particularly looking to join? Thank you. Love you. Jael. You the GOAT. Love heart. Love heart. So obviously we've answered some of this already, but you can give them, I don't know, a brief summary of something if you want.
Of course, the goal is to come back into Tier 1. Tier 2, I'm not sure if I am ready to come back into Tier 2. I mean, it depends what you mean by Tier 2. If it's a Tier 2 team, but they have wild aspirations that they want to be the major champions, and I would actually see the work that they do, and they work 12 hours a day. Yeah, why not? But there's a reason people are Tier 2, and it's not because they've been unfortunate. It's not because they've been underpaid. I feel like every single player has the capability of being a Tier 1 player. And yeah, people who are meant to be champions will be champions. And people who are not meant to be champions sometimes will become champions because this is a team game. But most oftenly not.
I like that.
So you don't get lucky is what I mean, most often.
Masaru asks, how do you feel standing in for Vitality for 2 events? And are you just standing in for now, trying to get back in form before you sign permanently to a team? Or already signed permanently?
First of all, I'm in form. Permanently, I didn't sign. It's a contract only for 2 tournaments. No further negotiations were talked about. Permanent spot. No, nothing about that. I mean, of course, perfect world. Of course, I'd want to play it for a team like Vitality, 100%. The org is prestigious. The players are prestigious as well. They all want to play for the trophy, but sometimes you don't get what you want in life, and it's fine.
He also said, good luck on the comeback and love your videos.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. We'll see some more with flameZ and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, by the way, I will just say this.
JL.
The flameZ JL duo is going to be iconic because you are both professional yappers and both got crazy energy. And I say that in a nice way. You understand me? Like, you are both, again, both charismatic. flameZ just says whatever comes out of his mouth sometimes without thinking.
Real.
I do think putting you two together sometimes, if I'm, Big Jack, you're now performance coach / manager for the team.
Ginger, yes.
Yep. You can't just say the Ginger.
What? What do you mean? I cannot say it. It's like saying I'm Lithuanian. Or is that not it?
I don't know. So Ginger in the UK is used as often as an insult even when they are Ginger.
Oh, really? No, I didn't mean... No.
Ginger.
You're
I didn't mean it.
I already banned on Twitch. You can't stream today.
I meant it as he has orange hair. That's all I meant. I didn't know it was an insult. I'm sorry, Jack. I take it back.
Jack can take it on the chin, but he might chin you at the same time. He is a big guy.
He's a big guy, but I'm a fast guy.
I'll just tell you, he was a professional rugby player or something. You ain't running from him, bro.
Okay, wait, he's actually a runner as well. Well,
dude, he will get you. Okay, wait.
I guess I'm taking the beating.
To divulge from this a little bit further, just for you, yeah. I know you want to be going gym. You got flameZ, Apex, mezii, and Jack, who are frequently in the gym. I best believe you're going to take advantage of that because Jack is a beast in the gym. Like some of the training routines he has the guys doing when I'm in there, I'm like, holy cook! Like this, he's on it. So you should take full advantage of that, mate.
Something you didn't know. I used to be a very big gym guy, a calisthenics guy as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's see. I'll message Jack after the first event and say how many times did JL go to the gym and how did
every single day.
Let's wait and see. But no, you'll definitely have some fun there. And let's see how he reacts to you calling him Ginger.
I've called him numerous times, to be honest.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's how we make friends in the business.
Yeah.
You insult each other until you become friends.
That sounds about right. Also, another thing with you and flameZ, you're both middle finger enjoyers. So if you really ruffle stomp a team, you should just both stand up collectively and be like...
But it's personal, like sometimes it's personal and sometimes it's not. You don't want to show a middle finger to anyone. You know what I mean? Like with us in Spirit, they beat us like 25 fucking times.
Yeah.
Like, this was warranted.
Yeah.
Like also flameZ and Freedom Max, that was warranted as well.
Yeah.
Like, the middle finger, it has to be in an appropriate way. I think it's fine for it, by the way. Yeah.
I kind of want to know what your seating is going to be like in these events. Have you talked about that?
No, we didn't.
So if I understand it, if he just takes mezii's spot, right? So
I'm in the corner.
Spot, he'll be next to flameZ. So he'll be in the corner next to flameZ. JL's always been a corner player.
That's called the fun corner now.
Yeah.
The fun corner. Yeah.
But then also he'll stay in that same corner because mezii will go to IGL. So surely mezii will sit in the middle. That means you're going to have JL and flameZ next to each other the whole time. That is chaotic. So you've got Rops, Zyru, whoever's leading. So if it's Apex or it's mezii in the middle, and then you're going to have flameZ,
JL's going to be so disappointed if this doesn't happen now.
Yeah, no.
Imagine they put him in the middle just for fun. I'd be so chilled.
Hey, JL, you can be in the middle, man. Just why not? We don't want to move seats. All right, next question.
Yeah?
A guy called Zenovix says, Taz says he reached out to you about joining BC Game. Why did you turn it down? Ooh.
I've listed my reasons somewhere earlier down this podcast. And
okay. Yeah.
We'll keep it at that. I'm not going to answer straightforward. You can leave this for interpretation.
Yeah.
And
go back and watch the rest of the podcast, Zenovix, in case you just skipped across to this, my dude.
Stuxy, hello JL. I have 2 questions for you. One, if you were 17 again with around 2.1k face dealer, sounds like he's talking about someone specific. And wanted to become a tier 1 player, what would you do every day?
Every day? I'd drink water. I would eat food. But on the CS side, it's very simple. You focus on the decisions that you make, and you think about it logically, not emotionally, not whatever the other person is saying. You think about it. Is that a good play? And you list out the reasons why. Why is it a good play? Oh, because the majority of the enemy team was towards one side. Or you make a bad play and you're like, why was it a bad play? Because the enemy was here, or my team was rotating here. This was dumb. I shouldn't push. I should have survived. And if you keep thinking about those decisions, eventually you're going to come to the correct answers. And sometimes you won't find the answer instantly. Sometimes you'll be stuck in between if that's a good play or a bad or a good play. And just think about the decisions you make beforehand, and they will become instinctual at some point. And of course, you got to practice your aim, you got to practice your nades, and you just be the guy that knows all, and that's it. That's
be the guy that knows all. That's a quote. I need a picture framed of jail, and it says, "Be the guy." Oh, wait, say it again.
Be the guy that knows all.
Boom! Look at that.
That's
God.
Brilliant. Number 2. What did you improve the most between being a good player and becoming a professional player?
What I improved on the most? Playing for the win. Sometimes you can play for 30 kills, and that is not going to get you the win. I learned how to play for the win, and that is why most often the teams I've played for were winning, even though I might not even have the best stats. Because in a lot of situations, in a lot of rounds, there is a winning play and there is a losing play. Yes, sometimes a losing play will give you 2 kills, and sometimes a winning play will give you no kills and a death, but you won the round. And this is what you should focus on. If a situation requires you to take your knife out, jump out, butt naked, you should do that. And if there's a play that requires you to trade your teammate, you should always do that. And you should always be an advocate for the correct plays. I mean, for some people don't care. So in your solo games, you might not even get to experience it. But just play correctly and you'll improve for sure.
Who did you learn that from?
Myself.
Oh, okay. I want for maybe some coach advice given to you, but I like that.
No.
I like that.
Thank you.
Oh, this one, I don't know, you can skip this if you want. Psychological says, can you share what would have happened to NAVI if you guys didn't beat FaZe in the Copenhagen final? Like, I don't know.
Probably nothing, because we still made the major final. It still
would have been a good run. Yeah, you still would have been in a major final.
Or we'd get kicked, all of us. Who knows, It's
plays like
part of life.
Game over.
Yeah, but no, I don't think anything would have happened. Maybe 6 more months if no trophies. Maybe we'll get torn apart, but we stayed together for quite some time.
Exactly.
Okay, Cube says, what would, in your opinion, be the best team someone could possibly build out of benched/free agents players?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
now.
It's very hard. Bench, I don't know. I don't know who's on the bench. I don't know who's the free agent. I don't know. I'd probably pick number 1, myself. And that's it. That's all of the bench players I know. I'll be honest. I just focus on the active players. My eyes are on active teams.
Okay.
Silvers.
I'll give you some free agents. Perfecto, Heap, Lear, Hobbit. God, this is some very bad sets of players.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like, I heard one good one.
Nuki.
Lithuanian.
Innocent. This is a rough time.
To be honest, we're cooked. Top 100 maybe.
Yeah, bench players as well. If you take away free agents, it gets a little bit better. But I mean, it's not great. This would be terrible. You would not even be a top 50 team.
Yeah, that's the point. There's the reason they're benched and free agents. Not pointing finger at myself. I'd be a top 30 player.
There you go. All right, next one. BlackZ says, you are one of my favorite players of all time. I will never forget watching you and Navi lift the major trophy in the Royal Arena. Do you think there's a chance that we will see you in a Navi jersey again in the future?
You might see me in a NAVI jersey, but not representing the organization, if you know what I mean.
Co-streaming.
Yeah, I can wear. I got a lot of NAVI jerseys. No, I don't know. I'm never gonna say no. Of course, the likelihood of that happening is very slim. Very slim, as in, why would you leave a team and then come back to it unless there's major changes? to the team, and then you might think about it. But to leave and then come back, I don't know. My principal would not allow me to do that.
Oh, do you know what? I just had a thought based on his question as well. I know you qualified for
ENC.
the ENC. Are you still able to play in that?
Of course.
Okay, cool. So that
W.
yeah. Okay, you're still doing ENC.
Fuck. We were supposed to play against mezii, but mezii had practice, bro.
Oh, they didn't let him play.
Yes, I was so frustrated. Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
I mean, it's not like they didn't let him, but he just had practice. You know, practice is more important.
The main team is always more important, but that's the tough part of it. All right.
So,
next question is you, DW.
Question from H0121HHHHH says, will Messi IGL for PGL Bucharest? And what do you think of playing with a British player?
I don't mind. He's a great guy.
I don't mind it. Like it's
why do people, by the way, always point out British players like it's a bad thing? Smooya has done irreversible damage to British players around the world.
It is true.
I mean, to be fair, all of the British players have done irreversible damage to the British. British
Max,
players
you are not
in
a player.
pugs,
Relax.
British players in pugs used to yell, scream, call people names all the time. And
I just go quiet.
It was normal in a British versus British like community thing.
Yeah.
But once you go to the international stage, you probably get a bad rap for it.
Of course. 100%.
And Mezi's nothing like that.
No,
Mezi's
Mez is chill. Mez is a chill dude.
He's the least British player. Why he's so good?
Oh, screw you both. All right. Pirat6662001 says, do you think 2 maps changed every season would be too hard on the pro scene due to the amount of studying needed? And what would be some changes you would implement in the game if you could? Ooh, good question, Pirat.
Good question. I feel like 2 per season is a little bit much. Maybe 1 per season would probably be perfect. But sometimes we don't even get 1 per season. Sometimes we get 1 per 5 seasons.
Okay. What about this, Jail? What about at the start of every year, 2 new maps, boom, done for the rest of the year?
That is good. Actually, I would like that. But what about 1 map per season? That makes it a little bit easier at the start of the year, because at the start of the year, we usually have the major. And imagine you're going into the major, you have 2 new maps.
True.
The ASL guys probably don't even have the broadcast ready.
You don't have the major at the start of the season now. It's always at the end of the season.
the end.
What about the next season? Oh, it's the word of the ends? Yes.
Yeah, you get it.
Yes, I get it. But still, I think 1 map per season is best.
Yeah, he wants the easier life on doing it. I don't blame him. And then what would be some changes you would implement in the game if you could, if you had the power, if you were JL Valve?
Game changes. I'd probably...
You've got Rops, by the way, on the team who does work for Valve, so you can also try and push him to make some of these.
Yes. I'd probably... Okay. Game-wise, I feel like the game is at a pretty good state right now. Of course, there are some minor changes that are there to be made. But I'd add an operation. I know, yes, it's also, you could say, a cash grab for Valve, but operations are very nice and very fun. I used to do them with my wife. And now there hasn't been an operation for 25 years or something. So, an operation. And also, maybe less skins and more quality of life updates.
What would a quality of life update be for you in CS?
Ooh. At the top of my head, I don't really think about them. Yes, it knocked me out. But to be honest, I don't really think about the changes until it happens to me, and then I get frustrated. But I try to love the game, so it's a lot easier to play with some minor bugs or whatever. But when it happens, it kind of frustrates you because some things have been in the game for a very long time and they still haven't been patched. But I could not take the name out of my head.
Honestly, just having a tutorial for each map of how to do normal B execute smoke, A execute smokes, mid smokes on every single map, just be in a tutorial in the game. You don't have to do the super fancy ones, just so that you can do the basics. I think that would be like a huge quality of life for Counter-Strike in general. Just not having to go to third-party websites or programs or whatever to find the knowledge. But there's already at least a base knowledge in the game.
That'd be a dream. helps so
Because
many players.
I mean,
as well.
there's the only map that people know smokes on are Mirage. They know the insta smoke from 2 spawns, and then the rest is done.
The next you YOLO.
Yes, so you play a nuke, and it's like one guy in your team who
Yep.
knows one smoke on yard.
That's what I said. Be the guy who knows all.
Yeah.
That's Devilwalk for me, by the way. Just that Devilwalk is my guy for all
Drop
of
me
that.
the smokes.
I just throw in everything and then going off on my little journey.
Yeah.
All right, last couple now. Let's get through him for him because he's got a stream to do.
Yes, sir. Let's do last one.
viewers gonna
Good
hate
one.
us.
Pick the best one. Pick the best one.
Last one.
Oof. Oof.
Best
Okay,
one.
I
Best
have
and
to
last
have to read through them now.
Oh, there's a lot?
No,
There's
there's just 4.
Oh.
Oh,
I'll take this one.
okay. I'm going to take one more afterwards and then we'll end
okay.
it because this is another
Alright.
short one from one
Clarence
guy.
asks, who would you say has been the most inspirational player you have worked with? Like, who
Worked
was
with?
one person that made you think, you know what? I want to be on their level. I need to step up kind of thing. Also, what would have been your favorite sticker from over the years?
Okay. To be on their level, I have never had a player I want to be on their level. But an inspirational player, I mean, there is a few that some characteristics of the player I really like. So Zyvo, for his humbleness, calmness, and just being a great team player. Rops, for his mechanical brilliance and just the way he moves around the map. It's very calculated. So I'd like to take that from him. And then playing with Simple, I understand what it means to always play for the win, regardless of the situation. And just making as little mistakes as possible. So those are probably the 3 main inspirations, actually.
Nice.
Cool. Favorite
And what
sticker?
would your favorite sticker be? Yeah, he said.
Favorite sticker, like of signatures or
Whatever.
whatever sticker.
Whatever
Reason
sticker.
Holo Caro 2014 Holo.
Ooh. You got that on your gun?
Of course not. I'm not a
Yeah.
millionaire.
Hey, Oni might have gifted you one, you know. He might have just thrown it off you.
I mean, I low-key have to offer him. That's
Hey,
not a bad
just
idea.
See, just see. I guarantee he'll do it. He loves you too much. All right, we'll do this last one because this one's just nice. He says, from Skorga, this is a guy who asks every episode we've got, even without guests, he's asking questions every time. He says, Dear Justinus, what is your favorite fan moment, story, or interaction? And I think that's a beautiful one for us to end it with.
Oh, there's so many. Okay, let's pick the
All right,
best one.
mega fan. Okay.
No. It's just I love interacting with fans if they're done in an appropriate way, not too intrusive, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Best interaction. I really enjoyed being in the crowd of the Budapest Major in Budapest. Yeah, being a part of the crowd was insane, but it was a little bit the hassle of going out of that stadium and that area. It was a little bit of a hassle. And some guy gifted me not this major, it was in Blast London, I think. Somebody gave me a Lego figure of me with the J on the back. I still got it, yes. And then I remember there was a fan, I think, who bought a mouse pad from somewhere in the store. I think it was in China. And I asked him, where did you get this mouse pad from? And he said, from this store. And I had to leave like the next day. And he said, I said, I cannot get it. And he said, I can gift you mine. So I took the mouse pad home. So this was also very nice. And so there's many stories.
All right.
There we go. Beautiful.
Cool.
JL, I'm going to leave it up to you. What is the final words you want to leave to the world before we next see you? Not on stream or anything, but playing competitive for Vitality. Final thoughts from you, my friend.
Final words regarding Vitality or just in general?
Just you. Just you to the crowd, to the world,
Be you.
to the Counter-Strike fans.
Be yourself and fuck them. That'll be my word.
I wasn't expecting that ending. And
Thank
there we
you.
have it. That is episode 78. A big thanks to JL for coming on to talk about this amazing news that's going forward for him. I wish you the best of luck, my friend, to dominate under Vitality. I will be there across both events. I will hopefully see you lift some trophies. Let's see if it does happen that way or not. But either way, this is going to be great to see you back on the server and hopefully be good things for you going forward. For everyone watching, make sure you drop a subscribe if you are not already to the channel. Hit that like button and drop a comment as well. We'll see you on the next episode. And don't forget, Kyosuke is coming next on as the guest. So make sure you're entering the Discord for your questions for that one as well. Peace.
Peace.